Guys, it's Pixie again, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the LineStrider Tarot, which I recently got in the mail. Kind of splurged a little bit this month because I just felt really compelled. The LineStrider Tarot, I was having like dreams about it, and I just felt like it was really calling to me. I know, it's probably so weird to say, but I just felt like that deck, from the moment I saw it, I really connected with it, and I was a little hesitant because I heard a lot about how terrible the cardstock was, and so I tried to get like the first edition of it because I heard the first edition of the LineStrider Tarot, the cardstock was a little bit better, but I could not find it anywhere. I don't think that it exists anymore. Pretty sure it doesn't exist, and nobody's giving up their copies, even a used copy. So I was like, you know what? I can't wait anymore. Do I really care about the cardstock of tarot cards? Not really. It's not really make or break for me. So I decided, what the hey? So I'm going to show you what the LineStrider Tarot comes with, and I am going to show you some of my favorite cards because I've definitely looked through it. I could not wait. Once I got it, I opened it up and I just looked through it, and I just had to like get my hands on it, and I just have no patience, guys. I have no patience. So I'm just gonna grab that, and I will sorry, I just noticed that my cat's right here. Hi, baby. Hi, you gonna help me? This is Ashes, and she's gonna help me review the LineStrider Tarot deck. Okay, I'll be right back. You know, it comes in your typical box. The cards like fit in here, snug as a bug in a rug. And it comes in this beautiful box. I believe that's the Queen of Cups is on the front, which is an awesome card. It's really beautiful, and I'm really glad that they chose that for the front of the... I'm just trying to close this. That's not that important. Okay. So it comes in that box, and it also comes with this gorgeous, like, very straight up, like, delicious, tasty knowledge book. You know, kind of show you where the artist is coming from while like making the deck and the interpretations that she has. Also, guys, if you watched my last unboxing of the Penny Dreadful, and it was kind of beat up on the edges and things like that, I seriously am having terrible luck with that because I got this and I pulled it out of the box and this corner was folded over. Now again, it's just the corner, so it's not that big of a deal, but I was just like, damn, that sucks, you know, like, that sucks. This little corner was bent over in the box, and it's like, why does this keep happening to me? So that kind of stunk, but yeah, I haven't, like, really read through this. I think I read the beginning part, and then, you know, there's each like little snippet of what the artist intended for the meanings and where it came from and things like that. It's a very creative approach to the Rider-Waite-Smith version of a tarot deck. I think that it's really beautiful, and I'm really excited to kind of read the meanings just to kind of get an overall feel of what the artist was trying to portray. If you don't know, and this is your first video that you're watching of mine, I am also an artist. I've been painting for 15 years, and art and the way that people describe their art means so much to me. I really enjoy that whenever I get like a new tarot deck. I always hope that it comes with kind of a snippet from the artist or, you know, the writer, just to let me know what they were thinking and how they wanted to get down with that. So overall, I'm really, really happy with the deck. It's really beautiful. Let me just grab it, and then I'll show you some of my favorites. How you doing? You okay? These are the backs, which I really like. I really like this like watercolor style. I have another deck that's kind of watercolor style, a lot less white space for the watercolors, but it's the Chamonix Tarot, which is really just like a fucking ethereal, gorgeous deck. I'll have to do like show you guys my deck collection. It's getting a little out of hand, but I want to show it to you guys just because I got some gems in there that I want to share. Okay, so these are the backs. The cardstock is pretty thin. It feels kind of thinner than like the usual. She's really enjoying herself. It feels kind of thinner than the usual, but what are you gonna do? High Priestess. I don't know if you guys can really see that. There's kind of some glare, but and a shadow, sorry. But I just thought this was really awesome. It's a really interesting depiction of the High Priestess. It's also used for the front of the book, which I thought was really awesome. I really liked the Fool. This was probably the card that made me want to buy the deck. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, look at all, like, look at this interpretation, guys. Look at all that white space, and, like, the meaning of the Fool is just, like, they are about to be molded into whatever the hell you want them to be molded into. Like, that is a perfect depiction. If I were to depict, it'd have to be it. This is such a good visual description of how the Fool should be interpreted. I just thought it was, like, it was kind of genius. So, I just really like it. Really, really like it a lot. I am a Libra, so the Justice card usually is one of the first cards that I look at, just because it just strikes so strongly with me. And so I really like the Justice card in this deck. I thought it was very appropriate. I just think I love the whites in the eyes. Like, a lot of people were saying like they didn't like that, but I like that. It gives it like some sort of like creepy, you know, it leaves it up to you, your interpretation, you know, having like blank eyes. I feel like it's more decision on, you know, the person who's going to be reading the tarot's part. I just thought that was really cool. Yeah, oh my gosh, I love this. And the scales are in there too. Like, it's so good. So good. And then like that splash of color. Again, a lot of white space. I like things like that. It's funny that Ashes was introduced in this video. That's just one of my cats. I have two. And this deck has both human and animals in it, which I really like. I like how she incorporated into this deck. And so I saw the Nine of Cups, and I thought that was just like a really cute depiction of the Nine of Cups. Like, the cat looks so satisfied with themselves, and I can just like, I just can kind of relate to that. Like, and it's weird, but I just can. It's really awesome. This is the Queen of Cups, which I feel like this is a really strong court card. It's also on the box cover, which you saw. Okay, another one that I always look at is the Three of Swords, and I really like that it's kind of depicted as like two crows. I am a heathen, which means I don't like, I'm not hardcore. I kind of like to take whatever stuff that I like from spirituality, but mostly I follow like Norse religious themes, I would say. And I really like that there's two like ravens in this. This is depicted as kind of two ravens as the Three of Swords. I just think it's an interesting interpretation. It kind of spoke to me a little bit. So again, another one that I look at is the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords is, it's good. Again, a lot of white space, which I liked. I really like that she's kind of like gently holding such a sharp instrument. Like, she knows exactly how to hold it, and she just seems very like balanced and calm, and she kind of knows what's up. The Five of Cups is something that I don't usually look at. It's not you know, obviously it's not like one of my favorite cards, but the way that it's depicted in this deck is gorgeous. I absolutely love this, and like my heart broke. It broke when I saw this, and I was just like, this is, I just thought it was gorgeous. I thought it was an ingenious interpretation. Again, she uses animals in such a, and like white blank space in such a way where it's really, it just speaks to you. So I was like, wow, I'm impressed. I was really also impressed with the Queen of Wands. It just like, that's exactly what I would think of, you know, like protective, you know, Queen of Wands, you know, fiery, this fiery woman who's just like, she looks like she's got her shit together. So I was just like, yeah, that's where it's at. I don't know if you could see that. I don't know if it's like focusing. I kind of have a lot of ones that I liked, guys. We're almost finished. I have about 4 more. And then we'll move on. But I just wanted to show you guys this, these. Okay, so the next one is the Devil. And I really liked this interpretation of the Devil. I thought it was very clear. The message was very clear. Oh my gosh. And I do enjoy nudity when it comes in decks, you know, if it's done appropriately. I just feel like down to the nitty gritty, you know, it's raw. It makes things a little bit more raw in the deck. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So I think this is my favorite card in the deck just because of the way it utilizes dimensions. So it's the Star. Now, I don't know if you could, oh my gosh, this glare, I'm sorry guys. Okay, so there's a lot of white space, and you can tell like she's sitting on the edge and putting her legs into the pond, and all you really see, you don't even see the pond, you just see the ripples around her legs, and you see, you know, this is the jar that she's holding, and she's kind of pouring water into it, and then you see like the ripples going down into the water. And I thought that was like, that's amazing. That's amazing talent right there. And then she also has the whites in her eyes, which I was like, that's so perfect. It's just done so perfectly. I just can't, I was staring at it and I was like, oh my gosh, I just realized that. Like, it took me a minute, even though there's so much white space and, you know, it's compressed almost. The detail is so compressed that it takes you a minute to like look and figure out, oh, okay, that's what's going on. Oh, wow, that's what's going on. And I liked that it kind of took me a minute to really concentrate on this card to kind of figure out what was going on. And it's beautifully done. I really, like, I look at this and it calms me. Like, it just calms me. I really like the world as well. It's done in a little bit of a different style. I would say similar but different. A lot more going on, obviously. So, and it looks like she's kind of in charge of all the elements. She's got all that together, and, you know, pardon me, she's reached enlightenment and the start of a new cycle. I also really like the Three of Pentacles for pretty much the same reason. Three of Swords, it has the 2 ravens in it, and I thought that was interesting. It's a very interesting interpretation as well. They're kind of like building a nest, which is also a really good interpretation of the Three of Pentacles. Those are just like my favorites that I had seen and kind of gotten attached to. Especially the Star. The Star is amazing. There are only 2 cards in the deck that I didn't really like, and I will show them to you. So I think the weaker cards in this deck are the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. And this is just my opinion. I just feel like the Knight of Swords is very, like, there's a lot going on. It's in a circle, which is cool, but I feel as though it's kind of difficult to understand maybe like the interpretation of where she was coming from with this, because it's so busy, and I don't really feel like the Knight of Swords is a busy archetype, but nah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to read the book to see the interpretation first, I think, and then maybe come back to it and be like, yeah, okay, or just be like, no, I still don't like it. And the second one is the Knight of Pentacles, which is in a similar style, and again, it's kind of, I just kind of feel like it's lacking. The art on both of these is gorgeous. It is. The whole deck is gorgeous. There's no doubt about it. But I just feel like there's some sort of lackluster for me. It doesn't really hit home for anything. Overall, you could probably use this as a beginner deck, considering how much information it comes with. I also think it would be a good idea to maybe compare the cards to the Rider-Waite-Smith if you're deciding to, this is where you want to start, this is a deck that you want to start with. I think it would be a good idea to use this deck. I think your interpretations would be creative and unique. It would help you intuitively extremely because of the way that the art is done. I kind of just want to buy another deck of this just in case the card stock starts to fall apart on me, because I just love it so much. I love this deck so much, and I'm so worried about, you know, I'm kind of worried about the card stock not being up to par, and then when I start really using it for clients, which I definitely plan to do, I'm nervous. I take care of my things, I really do, but again, like, toting it back and forth and stuff, you never know what's gonna happen. I'm going to leave my blog below. You can, there's links to my Etsy store, which I plan on putting up new things, goodies. I'm going to be adding Skype calls to my shop for readings, so not only will you be able to get a email reading from me, you would also be able to opt in for a Skype reading instead, if that's more your bag. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend if it's towards the weekend. It's Friday right now, so woo. And yeah, okay, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Mwah. Bye.
Say bye, baby. Say bye.